Have you ever wondered how close you are to a heart attack right now? Not next year, not when you turn 80, but today. Because here's the cold, terrifying truth. After age 65, your risk of a heart attack doesn't just increase, it explodes. In fact, you could be walking around with silent heart damage this very moment and not feel a thing. No pain, no warning, until it's too late. Still think you're safe? Think again. Every day, thousands of seniors collapse without warning. One moment, they feel fine. The next, they're clutching their chest, gasping for air, and being rushed to the hospital. And in many cases, they don't make it. Why? Because heart attacks after 60 don't always scream for attention. They creep in slowly, quietly, built on years of harmless habits. Habits you probably have right now. Skipping water, sitting too long, eating the wrong foods, ignoring blood pressure, brushing off stress. Tiny choices that stack up like gunpowder until one spark blows it all apart. This isn't fear-mongering. It's reality. And it could happen to you or someone you love. But here's the part no one tells you. You can stop it. Right now, in this urgent video, we reveal 10 everyday habits that might be destroying your heart without your knowledge, and how to reverse the damage before it's too late. These are not gimmicks. They're backed by science, used by doctors, and proven to save lives. But habit number 1, it's so dangerously overlooked. It could be the reason you're next in line for an ambulance ride. If you're over 60 and you're not actively protecting your heart every single day, you're gambling with your life. The odds aren't in your favor. But the good news is, you're not powerless. So don't wait until your chest tightens. Don't wait for the sirens. By then, it's already too late. This is your warning. Your heart is aging. Your window is closing. And the clock is ticking. Watch this video to the end. It might be the only thing standing between you and a fatal heart attack. Not drinking enough water. The silent killer you're ignoring have. You ever thought skipping a few glasses of water was no big deal? Think again. For people over 60, this simple mistake could silently be putting you on the fast track to a deadly heart attack. And you may not even realize it until it's too late. Here's the terrifying truth. When you don't drink enough water, your blood thickens like syrup. That thick blood becomes harder to pump, forcing your heart to strain every minute just to keep you alive. This constant pressure can lead to clots, plaque buildup, and dangerously high blood pressure, all of which can trigger a heart attack without any warning signs. What's worse? Seniors often stop drinking water because they don't feel thirsty or want to avoid bathroom trips at night. But that habit isn't harmless. It's deadly. By the time you feel thirsty, your heart is already in distress. Your blood is already too thick. And your risk of a cardiovascular event is already climbing. Dehydration doesn't just affect your heart. It damages your kidneys, clouds your brain, and dries out your joints. But the heart takes the biggest hit. With every drop of water you skip, your heart suffers more. The worst part? You might not notice anything is wrong until it's too late. And no, drinking soda, coffee, or juice doesn't count. You need pure, clean water, at least 6 to 8 glasses a day. More if you're active or live in a warm climate. Start your morning with a glass of water. Keep a bottle with you throughout the day. If plain water is boring, add lemon or cucumber. But whatever you do, don't ignore this warning. Check your urine. If it's dark yellow, your body is already in danger. This isn't about hydration. This is about survival. Because in people over 60, not drinking enough water is no longer just a bad habit. It's a ticking time bomb inside your chest. Drink up, or risk everything. Smoking. The most efficient way to destroy your heart. After 60, still think a little smoke won't hurt? Think again. Because every puff is like playing Russian roulette with your heart. After the age of 60, your blood vessels become thinner, more fragile, and less forgiving. Add cigarette smoke to that mix, even secondhand, and you've just created the perfect storm for a fatal heart attack. Here's what they don't tell you. Smoking doesn't just stain your teeth or make you cough. It stiffens your arteries, skyrockets your blood pressure, and suffocates your heart with every inhale. Even if you haven't touched a cigarette in decades, the damage might still be hiding inside your blood vessels, waiting for the right moment to strike. Still living with a smoker? Still standing near someone who lights up? That's not just smoke you're breathing in. That's a cocktail of over 7,000 toxic chemicals, many of which are directly linked to heart disease. And it only takes minutes of exposure for your arteries to start narrowing and your blood to begin clotting. And don't think your body is too old to bounce back. The truth? It's never too late to quit. And the rewards are almost immediate. Within just weeks of quitting, your blood pressure starts to drop. Within months, your circulation improves. And within a year, your risk of a heart attack is cut in half. But the opposite is just as true. Keep smoking, or even tolerating smoke in your home or car, and your chances of a sudden heart attack go through the roof. Without warning, without mercy. If you're still smoking, you're not just hurting yourself. You're gambling with your life. If someone in your household smokes, they're not just being careless, they're slowly poisoning you. The solution is simple, but urgent. Make your home a no-smoke zone. Avoid smokers like your life depends on it, because it does. And if you're still holding on to that last pack, here's a cold, brutal truth. It might be your last. Put it out. Walk away. Never light up again. Because after 60, smoke isn't just harmful, it's lethal. Sitting too much, you're slowly killing your heart. Every day, think you're safe because you take it easy after 60? Think again. If you're spending most of your days sitting, on the couch, at the table, in front of the TV, you could be walking straight into an early grave. And worst of all, you may not feel a thing until your heart gives out. Here's the chilling truth. A sedentary lifestyle is just as deadly as smoking. And for seniors, it might be even worse. When you sit for hours every day without moving, your blood flow slows, your metabolism collapses, and your heart muscles weaken. Over time, fat builds up in your arteries, clots form more easily, and your heart has to work harder and harder just to survive. Think about it. Every extra hour you spend sitting increases your risk of a fatal heart attack by up to 20%. And if you're not getting at least 30 minutes of moderate movement daily, your cardiovascular system is quietly deteriorating behind the scenes, even if your blood pressure and cholesterol seem normal. And no, walking to the fridge doesn't count. Your heart needs movement, real movement, brisk walking, light stretching, gardening, climbing stairs, dancing, anything that gets your heart rate up and your blood pumping. Even just 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the afternoon could be the difference between life and death. Don't fall for the myth that aging means slowing down. The truth is, slowing down is what kills you. And here's the terrifying part. The less you move, the less you're able to move. Your muscles weaken, your joints stiffen, your balance declines. One day you feel a little tired. The next, you're in the ER with chest pain, wondering what happened. Don't wait for the warning signs, because when your heart finally protests, it won't whisper. It will scream. It will collapse. And it might never beat again. So get up. Move. Walk. Stretch. Dance. Fight for your life. Because after 60, every motion you make is either extending your life or silently shortening. 4. Are you poisoning your heart with every bite? The deadly truth about salt and processed foods, that bowl of canned soup, that frozen dinner, that innocent-looking slice of bread, they may seem harmless, but they could be silently destroying your heart every single day. And you don't even know it. After the age of 65, your body becomes far less efficient at handling sodium. Your kidneys slow down. Your arteries stiffen. Your blood vessels become fragile. And yet, most seniors are consuming double the recommended salt limit every day, often without realizing it. Why? Because salt hides in processed meats, sauces, crackers, snacks, even so-called healthy frozen meals. And here's the horrifying truth. Too much salt doesn't just raise your blood pressure. It thickens your blood. It bloats your blood vessels. It forces your heart to pump harder and harder, until one day it can't pump at all. Excess sodium is a silent killer. It sneaks in through your daily meals and gradually sets up the perfect storm for a massive heart attack or stroke. And when that moment hits, there's no warning. 1 minute you're fine. The next, you're clutching your chest, gasping for air, and praying for help to arrive in time. Even worse, your taste buds have been tricked. They crave the salt. They expect it. But here's the good news. They can be retrained. If you act now, you must take control. Cut your salt intake to under 1,500 milliliters per day. That's less than 2/3 of a teaspoon. Read every label. Ditch the chips, deli meats, and canned soups. Say no to sauces and frozen meals packed with sodium. Instead, cook at home. Use garlic, basil, turmeric, and lemon for flavor. Choose fresh produce and whole foods. Your heart is begging you to, because every salty bite you take may be shaving time off your life. Don't let a flavor habit become your death sentence. You have the power to protect your heart, but only if you act before it's too late. Get regular heart screenings. You feel fine. No chest pain, no dizziness, no shortness of breath. So, your heart must be healthy. Right? Dead wrong. Heart disease is a silent assassin. It lurks quietly, often for years, building up inside your arteries, damaging your heart muscle, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And when it does, you won't get a gentle warning. You'll get a sudden, crushing pain in your chest, a racing heart, or worse, a blackout. Maybe your last. After age 65, your risk of high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and deadly heart rhythms skyrockets, even if you feel perfectly fine. And here's the terrifying part. You may already be in danger right now and not even know it. That's why regular heart screenings are not optional. They're essential. Skipping your checkups is like driving a car with the check engine light on and pretending it's fine. You're heading straight for disaster. Every senior should get their blood pressure checked every few months, and cholesterol, triglycerides, and blood sugar levels tested every year. These simple numbers can reveal if your heart is under attack, long before symptoms show. If you're at higher risk, your doctor might recommend an ECG, an echocardiogram, or a stress test. These tests can catch deadly heart conditions before they catch you. Ignoring them is like playing Russian roulette with your life. It's not about fear. It's about power. The power to detect danger early. The power to take action and stop a heart attack before it ever happens. Because once that heart muscle is damaged, there's no going back. So don't wait for the pain. Don't wait for the sirens. Don't wait until you're lying in an ER bed, wondering why no one warned you. You've been warned. Make the call. Book the checkup. Get the screening that could save your life. Because prevention isn't just better than cure. It's the only way to survive. Lower your stress levels, you might not see it. You might not feel it, at least not yet. But every second of stress is slowly squeezing the life out of your heart. Chronic stress is a hidden killer, especially for seniors over 65. It's like a relentless storm raging inside your body, raising your blood pressure, tightening your arteries, and weakening your heart muscle, until one day the damage becomes irreversible. The truth is, stress doesn't just mess with your mind. It unleashes a flood of hormones like cortisol and adrenaline that flood your system, forcing your heart to work overtime. Over time, this constant pressure causes inflammation and scars inside your arteries, making them stiff and narrow. The perfect setup for a heart attack. But stress doesn't come alone. It drags in a dangerous entourage: poor sleep, overeating, anxiety, and even deadly heart rhythm problems. Loneliness, financial worries, health fears, they all pile up, turning your heart into a ticking time bomb. If you think ignoring stress will make it go away, think again. Stress is a time bomb that could explode at any moment, leaving you breathless and fighting for your life. So what can you do? You must fight back. Right now. Start small, but act fast. Deep breathing, meditation, gentle stretches, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea can break the vicious cycle. Go for a walk in nature. Talk to someone you trust. Avoid those toxic phone calls and news shows that only make your heart race. Make relaxation non-negotiable. Your heart needs peace as much as it needs water and air. Don't let stress win, because every moment you wait, your risk grows. If you care about your life and your loved ones, make managing stress your top priority today. Your heart is screaming for help, and ignoring it could be the 7. Control your blood sugar. Have you ever thought that your blood sugar levels could be quietly killing you? After 65, even if you don't have diabetes, high blood sugar is a deadly threat you cannot afford to ignore. It's a silent poison that damages the very walls of your blood vessels, making them weak and vulnerable. This damage invites dangerous plaque to build up, clogging your arteries and setting the stage for a catastrophic heart attack or stroke. Many seniors underestimate the power of sugar lurking in their diets, hidden in sugary drinks, white bread, and refined carbs. But every spike in blood sugar is like a blow to your heart's defenses, wearing it down day by day. Fatigue, excessive thirst, blurred vision. These aren't just random symptoms. They are warning signs that your heart is under siege. For those with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, the risk skyrockets. Your heart is already fighting a losing battle, and ignoring blood sugar control is like pouring gasoline on a fire. But the good news? You can fight back and win. Start by cutting out added sugars and refined carbohydrates. Replace them with whole grains, leafy greens, fiber-rich fruits, and lean proteins. Control your portions. Avoid overloading your plate, because overeating sends your blood sugar soaring. Simple lifestyle changes like walking 10 to 15 minutes to 15 minutes after meals can dramatically lower glucose levels and protect your heart. And if you're on medication, never skip or adjust your doses without consulting your doctor. Your heart depends on this discipline. Failing to keep your blood sugar in check doesn't just raise your risk of diabetes complications, it weakens your heart's ability to pump clean, oxygen-rich blood throughout your body. The result? A heart that's fragile, clogged, and ready to fail. Don't wait for the emergency room or the ambulance sirens. Take control now. Because every sugary bite you take without caution is another step closer to a devastating heart event that could end it all. Your heart is counting on you. Don't let high blood sugar be the silent killer that steals your life. Keep your cholesterol in check. Have you ever imagined that a hidden enemy is silently building deadly blockages inside your arteries right now? High cholesterol is one of the most dangerous threats to seniors over 65, and it's often completely unnoticed until it's too late. This silent killer creeps in slowly, coating your arteries with thick layers of plaque, choking off blood flow and setting the stage for a sudden, catastrophic heart attack. After 60, your body loses its ability to handle cholesterol efficiently. Even eating what seems like a moderate amount of fat can cause your bad LDL cholesterol to skyrocket. Meanwhile, your good HDL cholesterol, the one that protects your heart, often drops. Ignoring cholesterol is like letting your heart's plumbing clog until the pipes burst. Without regular testing, you might never know the danger lurking inside your arteries. That's why annual cholesterol tests are non-negotiable after 65. Your life depends on it. To fight back, avoid fried foods, red meats, and full-fat dairy. Instead, Load up on heart-saving foods like oats, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish such as salmon. Fruits and vegetables should flood your plate every day. Adding flax seeds or chia seeds can also boost your omega-3 intake and fiber, two powerful weapons against cholesterol buildup. But diet alone isn't always enough. Your doctor might recommend statins or other medications to lower your LDL cholesterol and protect your heart. Don't resist this treatment. It could be the difference between life and death. Unchecked cholesterol narrows your arteries, making your heart work harder to pump blood. This extra strain can lead to heart failure, arrhythmias, and the sudden collapse of your entire cardiovascular system. You may feel fine now, but the clock is ticking. Every day you neglect your cholesterol levels, you edge closer to a heart attack that could strike without warning. Take control before it's too late. Test, monitor, and act. Your heart's future is in your hands, and ignoring cholesterol is a gamble you cannot afford. Monitor your blood pressure. Have you ever thought about the invisible force crushing your heart every single day? High blood pressure, often called the silent killer, is quietly damaging your heart, arteries, kidneys, and even your brain without a single warning sign. After 65, your blood pressure tends to rise naturally, but if left unchecked, it turns deadly fast. Imagine your heart struggling to pump against crushing pressure, arteries stiffening and narrowing like clogged pipes. This relentless strain tears your blood vessels, triggers strokes, and causes heart attacks that strike without mercy. The worst part? You might feel perfectly fine until the damage is irreversible. Anything above 130 T/8 meg dramatically increases your risk of a fatal heart event. Yet most seniors don't check their blood pressure regularly or underestimate the risk. Ignoring this number is like playing Russian roulette with your life. Don't wait for a doctor's visit to know what's happening inside you. Invest in a home blood pressure monitor and check your numbers daily or weekly. Track the highs, the spikes, the dangerous patterns. If your pressure stays elevated, it's a red alert you cannot ignore. Cut back on salt, shed extra pounds, move more, and ditch alcohol and caffeine to lower your pressure naturally. But don't stop there. Learn to calm your mind. Stress spikes your blood pressure like nothing else, squeezing your heart harder with every anxious thought. High blood pressure doesn't hurt until it's too late. When you're rushed to the ER with a stroke or a massive heart attack. This silent assassin steals lives every day, especially among seniors. Make blood pressure monitoring a non-negotiable part of your routine. Your life depends on these numbers. Remember, one bad reading isn't a death sentence, but repeated spikes will break your heart and body. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's life-saving. Don't let high blood pressure sneak up on you. Fight back. Protect your heart. Live to see tomorrow.